get bored with work? Feel like you lack direction? Or maybe you look back over the last week, the last month, or the last year and think, well, I really haven't achieved a whole lot. I'm Mark Johnson, founder of Intelligent Performance, here with this week's team tip. And I've got a guaranteed boredom buster for you. One which will get you excited about being at work, give you direction, and have you focus on getting things done. Now, this week I want to talk about goal setting. Now, before you turn off the video or roll your eyes, I know many of us look at goal setting when it comes to our annual performance reviews or performance planning. But really, how excited do you get about those goals? And how many of us go through the process only to come up with excuses and justify why we haven't got things done? Now, goals are really important. They serve a number of purposes. They provide us with a sense of direction. They motivate us to take action when they're completed correctly. They help us prioritise our time and our resources. They guide us in our decision making. And they give us a sense of achievement, which in turn builds confidence, and the list could go on. But setting goals is easier said than done. And quite often in the workplace, they're just given to us, they're imposed upon us, and we're not actively involved or committed to achieving those goals. So the key to successful goal setting is how we go about it. So I'm going to share with you my 7 steps to effective goal setting, which can be used equally in whole of life planning as well as career and workplace planning. Now, I've used this myself, I've used it with teams that I've led, and I know that it works. So let me take you through my 7 steps. So step 1 is get clear on team purpose and your purpose. They can be 2 different things. So you need to think about your big why. Remember, in one of my previous videos, I looked at why teams exist, why you exist, and what your purpose is. This is very important because everything else, all your other planning, flows from this purpose. Step 2 is to understand where are you now. So your current situation. Look at your strengths and your weaknesses, both personally and as a team, if you're doing this as a team exercise. And also consider the expectations of your stakeholders or your clients or other key people or teams or groups. Step 3 is to imagine the ideal future. So this is everything you want to achieve in the next 3 to 5 years. You need to look a bit longer term than just the next month or 12 months. That'll come in a minute. But look 3 to 5 years. Brainstorm big and exciting things that you want to achieve that will help, that are in line with your purpose. Think both as a team and personally. What are your career goals? Write everything down. As you're doing this brainstorming, write it all down. Doesn't matter if you're going to use it later or not, but the thing is to get it down, write fast and think quickly. Don't worry about how you're going to do some of these things. Doesn't matter how big and exciting they are, just get it down and you'll figure out the how later on. Make sure that when you go through, you'll have this big long list. Review these and choose which goals you want to achieve in the next 1, 3 and 5 years. So from your long list, just put a number 1 beside those goals that you want to achieve in the next 12 months, a number 3 beside those goals that you want to achieve in the next 3 years, and a 5 beside those goals that you want to achieve in the next 5 years. So you're imagining your ideal future. Step 4 is to get 100% committed to the next 12 months. So look at the goals that you flagged as your 1-year goals. You then choose from those, there might be 5, 6, 10, 20 of them that you wanted to achieve in the next 1 year. Choose your top 3 team goals and your top 3 personal or career goals. Now, you need to, once you've chosen those, you need to make them a must, because we all get our musts. Is that if there's something that you must do in your life, you will move everything to get it done. So how do you do that? Well, you need to think about, why are these goals important? What will they do for you? What will happen if I achieve these goals? And what will happen if you don't achieve the goals? And when you go through that, if they don't excite you, if your reasons for having the goals there are not good enough, not big enough, not exciting enough, then maybe you need to look at some other goals. Step 5, write them down. Some of you might have heard of this acronym. We're going to go through the SMART goal setting technique. Yes, they need to be specific. Be very clear about what you want to achieve. They need to be measurable so you can track your progress. They need to be achievable, as in they are quite possible. They need to be relevant to your role, relevant to your career direction, and they need to be time bound. So when are you going to have these goals done by? Now, I like to add a couple of other letters to this acronym. Firstly, they need to be inspiring. They need to excite you, and they need to be agreed. If you're talking about team goals, well, then there needs to be an agreement between you and the team leader, or if you are the team leader, between you and your team members. Also, when you've got these goals written down, try and display them somewhere. Just a summary, but somewhere to remind you. You'll see them every day, see them every week. They're there hitting you in the face. Step 6 is action planning. You've got your goals. They're exciting, they inspire you, so you need to come up with some actions. So for each goal, what are 3 actions that you will take to achieve those goals? They don't have to be huge, they just need to get you started. Step 7, when you're implementing your action, is to review the goals every week. Yes, every week. How are you progressing? What have you achieved and what do you need to do next week? And when you do that review, it encourages progress and maintains that momentum because you can see that you're getting things done. So they're my 7 steps to successful goal setting. And I guarantee if you follow that process, you'll have goals that move and motivate you, and you'll start to look at your work and your team in a totally different light. Now, if you've got questions or concerns or comments, feel free to contact me. Likewise, if you think you could benefit from one-on-one coaching, or you need workshops facilitated, or you're planning an event, also feel free to contact me. I'm more than happy to discuss how I can support you. Well, that's it from me for this week. Enjoy your goal setting, and until next time, remember, always live to your potential.